o'clock. I'm gonna go ahead and call the meeting to order and start with Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Before I approve the agenda, I'm gonna ask for the removal of the consideration to approve the homestead 65 and over exemption effective fall of 2024. So I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda without that.
I will make a motion to approve the agenda with the removal of said item.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? The reason is we don't have all the paperwork for it. They've been flooded with a lot of, they need more time to get that to us, so until that can happen, we won't move forward on it. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Next is approval of the minutes of 6/29/23 and 6/30 of 23.
Lance, I'd make a motion to approve the minutes as presented from 6/29/23 and 6/30/23.
I will second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Next is approval of claims for payment of 7/10/23.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Next we have is consideration of bid submitted for sanitarian fees. Jolene has those.
Sanitation.
Dave's here. Dave sent them out and we got two bids here. Why don't you open? First one's from,
First one is from McDowell and Sons Contractors out of Iowa Falls. That is in the amount of $315. It's for 3 dumpsters and it's the monthly charge. It's for the correctional facility, the Sallyport lot, and also the county office building. This one is from D&K Enterprises, Inc., also known as Night Sanitation in Eldora. This is for the same 3 dumpsters. And each side of the correctional facility is $107 per month. The Sallyport is $107 per month. And the courthouse administrative offices is $107 a month for a total of $321. Any extra dumps will be $24 per dump.
okay,
Lance, I'd make a motion to award the sanitation services contract for 1 year to McDowell's at a rate of $315 a month for 3 dumpsters as stated.
I think it was bid as a 3-year contract, right, Dave?
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. It's 3 years.
All right, I will second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Dave, did you have any comments?
No, I'm.
Okay,
That's fair.
hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Next I have is consideration to approve the Eldora security mechanism. Thomas?
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is a process that IT and myself have been working on for probably 2 years now, maybe a little more than that. And this is a system that would do a better job of alerting everyone within the county of emergencies. It would be built into the network system. So if there is severe storms, those would automatically come up on people's computer screens. They also add in here, so if you decide to close the courthouse for the day because of bad weather or whatever, that goes out over all the computer screens and will even go out on phones if you have the app on your phone. And then in addition, it has, they can attach the red buttons. So the panic buttons that some of the offices have now, right now, the panic buttons are a button about this big around. And sometimes they're where they need to be, sometimes they're not there because of the way they move around. They're too small, they don't stay where they belong, things like that. So this would also provide a red emergency button, a panic button at the counters in each of the offices that have the counter spaces. And then on your keyboard, there would be a key designated to say alert or problem. And then it also would be on the phones. And we're still looking at that. The phones are the next phase, but working at trying to get it to the phones. But it can be used for the severe alerts. It gives an alert out. So if we have an active shooter, that could be on all the computers, and security would have a screen to this. So they see when a button is pushed within the courthouse, and then it also would go over to dispatch, so that they actually would see where the alert is at, not just an alert has been pushed in the courthouse. So it would be more specific and more detailed. It's, I think I don't have the bid sheet in front of me, but it was $16,000. We've looked at 3 different companies, and this is the one that seems the simplest, the cheaper of them, and ties in the best to do what we think we want it to do. The other is, and I, for some reason, I don't have my phone on me, but it also leaves an app. So if I'm out by myself and there's something going on, a lot of times people can have their phone in front of them. You know, if you and I are having a discussion and we start to get heated, we sometimes will have our phones in front of us anyway, talking off of our phone or whatever, and it leaves the app right on the phone, so that if you're in trouble, you can push a button on the phone and it will take your location, and you can put in what that is. So even between times when I'm walking between here and the courthouse, if I fall on the ice, I can pull my phone out, pull up the app, and I can push fell on ice, send help. And then dispatch gets that, security gets that. It also would help with, remind me of who goes out with driving. Sherry and Michelle going out on drives, is being able to have it on their phone. And then if there is trouble while they're out with a drive, they can push the button and alert people that they're having trouble wherever that at. It takes the location and sends that as well as what the problem is. So we've been looking at this. Currently, there is not a system-wide, even courthouse-wide, but there's not a system-wide solution to alert all of our employees and guests within our facility of an emergency going on, and this would solve that. It's $16,000 for the first year because of upfront installation costs, and then I think it's $4,500 or $5,000 a year after that to maintain and updates, keep the updates and everything up. So we're bringing that to you as a safety item as well as an IT issue. We've been looking at it for a while.
Okay.
This is what we've come up with and would recommend. Questions?
I want to hear from the department heads if they have any questions.
So would you have an app on your computer,
Yeah, well,
or
it'll
just?
go right in. So the idea with the computers is like a fire alarm or an active shooter, something of significance or tornado warning. Those are going to take up your whole screen. They will take over the screen because of the type of emergency that is. Everything else like courthouse closings and other stuff will come across as a
Like a
the
stock
banner.
tax or a stock ticker tape.
Yeah. Ticker tape across the top or bottom of your screen.
And how did you say the emergency button, if we have a problem at the counter, there will be something on a phone? Or
Yeah, no, it'll be a big red, well, it's about, if you think about the Staples easy button.
Yeah.
That's what it'll be.
That big.
They have multiple options.
Yeah, well, there's two things. I mean, yes, it's that big. It might not be that big like that. It might be this big around, but there's two things to that. Number one, if people know that that red button is sitting there, so if I come into your office and I'm being a jerk, if I see you reach for that red button, it's like, oh, well, crap, maybe I should stop being a jerk. I know that you have something there to de-escalate that situation right away.
Another thing that I was in on this meeting, one of the things that I like about it is it's got a light in the button. And it doesn't start out blue and when you push it, it changes to red or something like that. But then when it's acknowledged, because it's sent over to dispatch, so you push it, it turns to red. So now there's an alert that's been sent. When they receive the alert and they acknowledge that they received the alert, it changes back to blue. So a lot of times with the current system, you can push the button, you hope somebody got the message and there's help on the way. But with this one, once you hit it, once they acknowledge it, it turns back to blue. It stays red until they acknowledge it. So you know somebody got that message and somebody's on the way. Somebody's coming to help. So that's another thing that I thought was neat about the system.
Provides that feedback.
Reassurance that, all right, all I need to do is keep the guy calm until help arrives.
Right.
I can appease him until then, but if you don't know what's happening, you gotta figure out for yourself what to do, because you don't know if help's coming or not.
What's the cost again?
16,000 as a startup. You have the quote in front of you. Can I see that for just a second?
On the back side, I think, for the total cost.
So, yeah, it's 6,000 for installation. And they come in and connect it to all the network and get all the buttons working and all of that stuff. And then the annual fee is $49.50. Then we have to pay a one-time licensing fee, $3,400. The total cost being $16,520 the first year. And then recurring would be $49.50. But this is a system that can go across all of the buildings and all of the computers. So not just the courthouse, it goes to the admin building, it can go to secondary roads, it can go to the jail building, it can come over to my building. Wherever we've got network, it can go there.
Okay.
And then any employee, including your secondary roads employees, can have the app on their phone and they can, they're out of the truck working in the ditch. Something happens, they don't have to go back to their truck and get on the radio, they can just pull up the app. There it is, what's going on?
Any questions? BJ?
No, sir.
Renee?
Nope, not me.
Well, I could entertain a motion of some type.
I would make a motion to approve the alert security mechanism as presented.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Next is a consideration to approve the appointment of Laura Carr to the Rivers Edge Trail Board.
Lance, I'd make a motion to approve the appointment of Laura Carr to the Rivers Edge Trail Board.
I will second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Next is consideration to approve Drake Beatty for county credit Visa card.
I will make a motion to approve that.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
John Woody, who he is.
Dave?
He's the new deputy.
Yeah, I just wondered if Dave was there.
He was working on something else.
No,
Oh,
he's a
that's
new
all right.
deputy. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Next is consideration to approve the courthouse grounds for August 7th, 23 for the Iowa County Bible Reading Marathon.
I'll make a motion.
Lance, I'd make a motion to approve the use of courthouse grounds for the Iowa County Bible Reading Marathon for August 7th, 2023 from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Jennifer Nazario submitted the request.
I will second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
This is something that's been going on for many, many years and haven't had any issues in the past.
What day is that?
It's the
I would-
Bible reading.
Bible reading marathon,
August
7,
7th.
8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Got a call for the vote on that.
No, not yet.
All in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Motion carries. Next is acknowledge receipt of Sheriff's Department monthly report of June.
Make a motion to approve the Sheriff's Department June monthly report.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Next is acknowledge receipt of the auditor's monthly report.
Make a motion to approve the auditor's monthly report for the month of June.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Next I have is a change of status.
Lance, I'd make a motion. I've got two for the sheriff's office. I'd make a motion to approve the hiring of Drake Beatty as deputy sheriff's office, deputy sheriff, effective July 18th at a rate of $30.05 an hour.
I will second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? That's the who.
It's a promotion from part-time correctional officer to full-time deputy.
Any other discussion?
Welcome aboard.
Anything else? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries.
The next I have is the hiring. Well, actually, it's just a full-time to part-time. Spencer Larson as a correctional officer at a rate of $20.35 an hour. Permanent part-time effective June 30th, 2024.
I will second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. I have two more yet.
Yep, and then I've got the hiring of Kiera Stott, correctional officer, effective July 17th at a rate of $20.35 an hour.
I will second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries.
That's all I have in my packet, Lance.
Okay, then I have a change of status. I'll make a motion to approve. It's for the hiring of Sandra Gavigan, effective July 10th, 23, as the in the county attorney's office at the hourly rate of $15 an hour, permanent part-time.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Any other business?
I have nothing.
Lance, I just appreciate you accommodating me. I am getting ready to have surgery here about 11 o'clock, and I appreciate you letting me call you this morning.
Nope, glad you're here. From there, I can go to public comments. Do we have any? No public comments. I could ask for adjournment.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries. We're adjourned. BJ,
Thanks, Lance.
are you gonna make the drainage?